And I don't like his release, so stop talking about it.
I didn't say it once, but since you brought it up, I'm going to average heaps more than you. Yeah, at that price? Who? At that price, who? At that price.
No.
At that price. At that price.
No one.
Good. Maddie couldn't.
Too late.
Oh!
Too high. Too high.
I keep on asking me if Tom McCone's going to be a good ruckman. It's not.
Not yet. Not yet anyway.
Not even. He's not the best ruckman in
I
cup.
want to see kidneys and chesters. I want to see these.
You're not going to be seeing much of chest, aren't you?
Oh, Francis. I just got concussed. I just got concussed.
Doesn't care.
Tom Mitchell doesn't just tug on the ball. Thomas kicks the winning goal and he got 140. Vice captain right now.
Welcome back to SuperCoach Masters. I am George, and alongside me is Matty.
And I'm Matt Sibbs, alongside somebody else. George, what are you doing?
Champ,
Hey, Ben.
you look amazing in that top.
Tell me about it.
Oh, man.
It feels good.
You're
Big,
picking that material.
big Zeeble and happily right here.
Big Zeebs and Papley. Welcome back, everyone. Big week of SuperCoach, and
What a week.
what did I score, man? It's
George, you scored so goddamn good.
No.
I was so jealous.
It wasn't 2,540.
Wowee.
What did the King score?
Oh, George, you should have played me last week. You should have played me this
That's
week.
all it is. It's playing the right opponent at the right time. What did you score, Matty?
Have I scored? I don't even know. 2,300 something. Something like that.
Where did it all go wrong?
Yeah, it all went wrong. I'll tell you where it all went wrong. Jake Lloyd, Premos just gone crap. Jake Lloyd got a 72. Anderson got a 73. All the boys just did crap. Pinette got an 82.
That's good.
I know, right?
What did Darcy Cameron score?
Oh, 61.
So you brought in Darcy Cameron this
brought in
week. You
Darcy
saw the
Cameron.
late inclusion. You had Sam Walsh. You swapped it to a decam.
I saved the mail. Look,
Saved some money and you saved about 40 points.
I remember I had a chat with you on Friday. George Butters. Nah, Jeff Butters a fuck. I'm not going to get Butters. All right. Led. Nah, he's still got 100. He's got 139 break even. Oh, okay.
Well, he does, but not anymore.
Not anymore, no. So just getting veered off to the right picks. But anyway.
All those
I
underpriced
live with my
Premos though,
decisions.
Brayshaw's, the Steels, all them guys are doing really
so
good.
ready.
Sinclair's, the Sicilies, and we'll speak about all of them. And if there's any particular roles we liked, even that Matt Kennedy had a pretty decent role from halfback onto the midfield.
What about those unspoken rookies that went berserk? Weedles and Wardlow.
He's not unspoken.
And that,
He's very spoken about. Joshy,
Yep, sorry.
every time.
It's the only time.
So I think, I was going to say, I'm going to remind him to turn off his phone, but no. I'm not going to do that anymore because you're usually
I'm a
good.
busy man, Jules. I was wheeling and dealing before we just got here. But anyway, that's... Jamie, I see some SuperCoach Mustard 6 Sunts up on the board.
Let's talk about the Six Sunts, because the Six Sunts are the reason I put up with this phone ringing and stuff like that. And it was also good to see you, Champ.
Yeah,
But
good to see you.
number one, best on ground, Wahab, once in a lifetime kind of thing. Even the Bruce,
You know that Bruce was just doing some sneaky dollar reduce here and there.
I know.
It was just so funny.
I was just saying that. Brucey, good on you, mate. Thanks.
He even made a shout out to Wahab. He's coming for it.
Wahab, I know you weren't probably watching the live chat because you were watching on delay because you're working, but the Brucey was calling you out and saying, pucker up, Wahab, and he kept on donating and donating. Good on you, Brucey. Brucey, if you want a different picture, let me know. But until then, it's the Bruce.
He's got Bruce there.
SuperCoach Ball, I haven't heard from you in a while, mate. I hope you're doing good, having some good gym sessions while listening to the potty.
He did
pop in, didn't he?
He did announce himself the other day.
Yeah, just Scotty. 125 SuperCoach points.
Whiskey Dees has now emerged.
Whiskey Dees, I know, now I can't see Dave turning up's handsome face, which brings a tear to the eye. But
is that Bont on his photo?
No, I'll give everyone the Bond who doesn't tell me. Whiskey D, if you want someone else, let me know. But you've broken the tag. And you're up in the top 4, 110. You get to choose your own picture in the top 4.
Good job.
So, any of you guys want the picture? Let me know. Unless it changes. Dave, turn it up. Ball magnet, he's turned up. Dino Fieldo holding up the team. And Greg, who's come into the fray, he's puckered up again. Another 2 handy coffees. Thank you, Greggy boys, kicking them really on target.
You're talking about Craig, right? Las Pistolas.
Yeah, so I can't see from you, champ.
So it's Craig Las Pistolas.
Oh yeah, so Craig Las Pistolas.
Because my trade of Pinette made him keep.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Craigie's putting where the money where the mouth is. So unlike the Dodos of the world and.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Dodo's really young. Leave him alone.
Come on, Dodo.
He's a school kid.
Billy, good on your champ. You're on 50 SuperCoach with Kato's. Benny T still can't find you, and the big Ocker had a SuperCoach SuperCoach, Superman quarter with the 50 SuperCoach points. Engo's a report for
No, he's not.
encouraging
Leave
you.
him alone. He wasn't even.
So he wasn't. Engo, you weren't in the last chat.
No,
That's
he
it.
wasn't.
You've been suspended.
I missed
Jamie Mizza, yin and yang, half good, half bad. And Maddie, can you read out the rest? Because Glenn Fear itself, 30.
Tyson is the one that called Geordie Zeeble and me Papley. Pritchard's on the lock, Adam Ann, Blake B, Dylan, all on the 20 with Jockey Boy, late inclusions, with Shane's as well on the 20, and a couple of...
Brad Lewis, Lucy Pearson, these are the new boys. Batman's gone, Michael Long's gone. I still see him commenting on Facebook. Johnny Mears, he ain't moving anytime soon. Then you got your two potatoes really belonging back up. I can see what email address, does the donation. They both came from you.
No, they didn't. Yeah. They were both, no, this is what happened. They both came to my house for a coffee at the same time. And then they're like, when I went to the toilet and got them sugar for their coffees, they started it. Okay.
This is how easy you talk shit. Anyway, guys, if you're new, like and subscribe. Thank you to all the Kick Sunts, and look forward to seeing it.
And
this SuperCoach list, it's not going to reset at the end of the year. This is permanent. This is how it's going to be for the rest of the time. Every episode, when we get a Foxtel show, I'm going to get it up. So, let's get into it, Matty.
Let's get into it, George. First game of the round. Port Adelaide Melbourne, one of the best games of the round, but not the best.
Man,
What?
I mean, there was potential to do better. I mean, the Clayton Oliver injury, obviously, we're recording this on the Monday, so we don't know it. But everyone's saying...
Is it just me? I just don't believe it.
It's 4 weeks. I tell you what happened. John Ralph, he either said, Clayton Oliver can miss up to 4 weeks with a hamstring. Look, because he's just assuming that he done a bad hamstring. But all the other sources say he's just gone for scans. As far as we know, the scans haven't come back yet, and he played out the rest of the game. Any 4 weeker hamstring doesn't take... you have to get off the ground if you've done a 4 weeker.
I know, right? You're not playing on and still getting 120s for the rest of the game.
No, you're not. So I don't know what the thing's going to say. I don't think he'll miss personally, but if he does, I don't think it's going to be long term. Do not start, trading out those Clarys in your team, Matty.
Well, I don't want to. I don't want to believe it. Like I just told you, I refuse to believe it. And would you keep him if he is?
Well, I will keep him because I know he's not going to be out for a long time. He's not going to be out for 4 weeks. I can guarantee that. I'm not a doctor. I'm not John Ralph. But I guarantee you, he ain't going to be out for 4 weeks.
Okay. Good.
Because did you see the Collingwood... We'll get to that game, but the Collingwood game where Doherty grabbed his hamstring?
No.
You didn't watch the Collingwood game?
I did. I didn't see Doherty.
He grabbed his hamstring like 3 times after he'd done a big long kick, and then he went off.
Were you
and
sad?
he's already on 120 at that stage.
So you would have been fine.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, fuck, did he actually do an injury? Anyway.
What about Bond? Did you see Bond get injured? He got knocked on his leg. Apparently there's going to be some scans on that one too.
He's fine.
Not.
Now, let's tell you some CBAs, because the leaders of the CBAs for Port and Melbourne, there were 20 to Lysett and 20 to Clayton Oliver,
Wow,
17 to Viney, 16 to Rosie, 15 to Butters, so he's not getting as much as you'd like, 14 to Petrarca, 13 to Wines, 12 to Horn Francis, only 12 to Gorn, 10 to Drew, and only 10 to Grundy with 8 to Brayshaw. That's the only relevant stuff. So everyone, obviously Zach Butters is a talking point. He's only got 15 CBAs. I don't think he really needs it. He starts at the high half forward flank.
18 contesteds, 10 clangers, 22 kicks, 19 touches,
10
41.
clangers.
10 clearances, 4 clangers. About 2 goals on top. Well done, Zach Butters. He just really knows how to get the football in his...
Whoever's got that Dylan Williams, another 80 in a row. He's just pumping out those 80s. He's already made over 200k.
Rose doing what he does best, 140. Horn Francis gets 123. Looks like there was a lot of big midfielders playing. Even Ollie Wines goes berserk. Ollie Wines, 110 champions. It's time for Ollie Wines.
Based on the CBAs, probably not.
Probably not. But
he's getting less than, he's getting less than Petrarca. I mean, Boak's not getting any regardless of his injury, so...
Yeah, so that's the big heroes for the Port Adelaide. Melbourne Demons, Oliver, 120, made him vice-captain, kept it. Christian Petrarca had a really bad half.
Had a yin and yang, kind of like Jamie Mizza.
Jamie Mizza, but he just went bang at the end, but still couldn't get the D's over the line. Chandler, 86, so I'm sure a lot of people traded him out as one of the most traded out people.
People need the cash, Matty. People need the cash.
Sure do. Maxi Gorn, he's not doing anything good. I would even, Champ, at this rate, would you even get him a DPP?
Max Gorn? Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, with Walsh and even McRae, which we'll talk about soon, McRae's 145 and he's playing Gold Coast this week. There's so many good options on the cards, guys.
Van Roonen gets a 59. That's probably about it.
Now let's talk about Butters. Okay, so Butters is incredibly expensive now, more so expensive than Sarong. Right, so he's over 600k.
He's under the radar, Champ.
He's not on the radar anymore. So his last 3 games, he's averaging an insane amount with 125, 139 and 184.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what makes Butters
Tantalisingly tantalising.
is that he's playing Richmond.
Then Hawthorn.
And we know how many they leak a fair bit of points. I don't think Connor Nash is going to be tagging him at all. I don't think he's the one that they're going to go after.
After that performance, who knows?
Yeah, look, after that performance, though, you got
touches.
I mean, Richmond's got dead set. They never will
don't
tag.
have a tag.
They never will tag, no matter how dominant someone is. So
Hartlett's too proud to tag anyone.
yeah, so that's why Merritt won the medal. That's why Merritt done some game-saving tackles and kicks and all that kind of stuff. That's why you get your 160, and it really makes people without Butters wonder: is there another big 140 coming up?
It doesn't. No, based on his form, champ, it's you would expect more
More than 140
against Richmond.
What do you think Butters will average over the next 2 games?
Oh, 140.
140.
Yeah, 140
apiece?
Richmond, 140 against Hawthorn very easily.
Now, would he be a good trading option?
For that, look, yeah, of course he is.
Well, if anyone that's getting 140 in the next 2 games, you have.
Look, we've all suffered these last 2-3 game players. Maybe not you, but me.
Not me.
Especially. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah, you Andersons.
And the LDUs of the world.
Yeah, but I told you not to get them. I'm telling you to get them.
Yeah, you're telling me to get Butters. You told me not to get Butters on Friday night.
We needed more data.
We needed more data. We needed 189.
Well, that's why you told me repetitively that Bailey Humphries is bad. I was sending you heat maps of Bailey Humphries where he was getting the ball. I'm like, Matty, look, he's pushing up the ground. He's in the midfield. What do you reckon? It's like, Joe, you go ahead and get him. I'm not getting him his shoot. Right?
He's got a -3.
I told you, that's a thing of the past. Now he's made about 80k and he's ready to.
Well, I love
that.
I love that Drake meme that you sent today. It was really good.
Yeah.
Bailey
Humphries at 213.
No, thank you. But at 280, spot on.
All right, now.
But yeah, of course, he's going to be a good option. The only bad thing I like about Butters is what do you think I'm going to say?
He's CBAs.
No.
Because he should be.
Okay, well, one, Geordie CBAs.
He's a bit kamikaze, a bit injury prone.
Well, there's another. It's not the.
If it's about the buy, I'm going to punch her on the face.
It's about the buy. So he's got around 15 buy, and everyone has clearly got so many buys. But in that stage, that forward line, if you have Rose Taranto, who else is down there?
Doesn't matter who's down there. If you can field,
Cornelio.
If you can field, 18 players, who cares? And besides, if you're trading any player now, I know people are like, I don't want to trade him because he has the buy next week. But any premium you're trading in this week, they are going to be missing one game regardless of when it's going to be. So.
Make sure you're fielding them all.
Well, Butters is in my. I'm looking at Butters because you think he's going to go absolutely batshit ballistic, and he's in the forward line.
Yes, he is.
And just quickly at the top of my head, I reckon Butters, Sinclair, Sicily, Jack Steele,
Laird, because I know you don't. These are your options because you.
Laird and Merritt. We'll put all the good options up there. Laird, Merritt. I think they're. And there's probably one more I'm missing, but they're the best options to bring in. Probably a Doherty as well. Are really, really good trade options this week.
That hammy.
He played the rest of the game out.
He sure did.
I think because he was running into an open 50, he kicked it, tried to go for goal, and he shanked it completely. So then I think maybe that's why he grabbed the hammy.
That's what happened.
I used to do that, yeah. I understand your Doherty. Then I saw him come back and go, tricky. F. Now, I think that's it in that game, Matty, unless you want to hear some kickouts. All right, so the kickouts. Guess who got 10?
I'll probably say Houston.
Stephen May, yeah, idiot. And Dylan Williams got 3. Salem got 3, welcome back. Farrell got 2. McKenzie got 2. Houston only got 2. Matt Zeebs. 1 to Bird and 1 to Rivers. Next game, please.
Next game, please. Oh, that's so... Oh, this was so stupid. Did you see the finishing in the...
I didn't. I was watching the other game.
This was ridiculous.
I'm not going to watch North Melbourne and Sydney over.
It's a very controversial.
I heard the sub.
Like the sub right on. The game stopped in the last dying minute of the game, and 50 free kick to Sydney and 50 metres when there was like a minute left because of an interchange rule. There was more players on and off. Anyway, they didn't deserve it, but because North Melbourne are stupid.
I'm sure they don't care. They just get one step closer to getting Harley Reid. Not more than West Coast. They want Harley Reid way more.
West Coast,
I don't know when there is a stat. The bottom team on the ladder, which is Hawthorn, beats a team by 116 points. I don't know when that's ever happened.
It's never happened. Like it's ridiculous.
Now I really want to get into the CBAs because this is so interesting.
Go.
Parker the highest with 27. Goldstein with 26. Simpkin with 26. The next highest, Matty, Will Phillips, 23. Robon with 20. McAndrew, 20. Not too bad. And this is where it really spruces up. Wardlaw with 18.
He's ready.
Right in there. Wardlaw.
No, he's great.
Wardlaw.
He's great. You got, speaking of the Wardlaw, he got 16 touches and 9 tackle redos. It's a Jack Steele-esque about him.
Tacklery dues. Now, Hugh Greenwood got 18 and Chad Warner got 18. Papley snuck in there for 16. Sheasel was played through there, Matty, with Aaron Hall back in the team with 11 CBAs.
And he still went berserk.
Goulden only the 9. Ladham's 8. Colin Coleman-Jones 6. And a couple of duds. And Heaney with 3.
Right, let's talk about the Sydney Swans. So, Luke Parker again, flying under the radar. It's another 5 100s in a row.
I mean, how can you get a Luke Parker when there's Brayshaw, Steels and Lairds and Merritts
Point
and...
of differences.
I mean, they're huge point of differences, but you know, you want the good players.
Well, Luke Parker hasn't scored anything over 100. In the 5 straight weeks, he's got over 100. This one, he goes berserk. It's 150.
He did play North Melbourne.
He did play North Melbourne. Yes, they did. Errol Goulden, he was tagged. He's still got 24 touches and a goal. Geordie's vice captain, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah.
I went for Marshall captain.
No, he
I just don't rate Briggs.
Yeah, no, Briggs.
Don't rate Briggs. Even though Briggs scored over 100 too.
No, we'll speak about him too. Jake Lloyd, he done really crap.
Is Jake Lloyd a top 8 defender?
He could be.
More than Doherty, Sinclair, Sicily,
Geordie,
Stewart?
Like, did you love to think that you're always right? Yes, he is. He's still up there. He had a shit game.
He's not a top 8 defender.
We'll see.
I don't love to think I'm right. When I say something, you disagree with me, and then there's proof to...
Because you didn't say that. Okay, you just wait for these moments.
Someone asked me, should I get... I think it was SuperCoach Pro or Hippo SuperCoach. One of them said, is Jake Lloyd a top 8 defender? I said no. You said yes.
Okay.
Is he... Do you change your mind?
No. Do we want to prove you wrong, or do you want to go through it?
Sure. Why not?
Well, just on the 1 week that he's...
You can do it next week when he gets a 90 as well if you want.
About 90, you're going to get a 90 next week. All right, Charles.
Anyway. He's not. You love your old duds. That's why you like Luke Parker. That's why you like Jake Lloyd.
Okay, so Jake Lloyd is the 9th at the moment, and Houston's going to be above Jake Lloyd?
Yes.
No. No. Okay, cool.
Are you doing it by average? No, you're doing it by total points. So do quicker by average.
Total points.
Quicker by average,
No,
yeah? Because that's what...
But that's not real.
So where is he now?
When
He's 11th.
When Rampy's in there, Rampy. Like he's
Rampy?
Rampy.
All right.
When Rampy's in there.
Let's get back to this enthralling game. Let's do some kickouts while Matty's venting. 6 kickouts to Zeeble. Aaron Hall came back with the second highest with 3. Yay to Aaron Hall being back.
Yay.
3 to Blakey. Only 2 to the top 8, Jake Lloyd. 1 to Flozzer.
You're a tosser champ. Is that it?
That's it.
1 to Plaza.
That's Ollie Florin, by the way.
Champ, how'd your Aaron Francis go?
I didn't get him.
He got 54. His shit. Champ, now that big dumb idiot Ladham's
He's
fired.
actually injured now.
How many times?
McAndrew
Could be on the bubble next week.
Who knows? Hickey probably comes in and gets injured as well.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
McAndrew could be a good pickup.
McAndrew could
Because he's going to play this week, his second game. We'll have his bye.
And then we'll be a nice downgrade after.
Maybe for my Asaba Ratagolia. Even though I want to keep him for the
talk
buys.
about it. Eddie Chan, there's a lot of rookies that came out of nowhere. So obviously Eddie Ford got 102 with 21 touches and a goal. Only 64% game time.
Do you trust him? I don't trust any forward player. He wasn't in my CBAs.
He wasn't in the CBAs.
He done really well. Don't get me wrong. 21 possessions and a goal is good.
Contested, very good he played a couple of shitty games last year, like a 30 and a 20 here and there.
That's what I'm scared of.
That's why he's so cheap. But he finally got but he's always sub that game. So he finally got a full game, but that's obviously based on all those injuries that North have. So we'll see who comes in. I don't think Eddie Ford, they almost won the game and they should have won the game. And what did I say? I said yes last week. I think they're going to have a better team than they do this week than they had last week.
That's not.
With all those injuries.
So yeah, because that'll be...
Well, but they almost won. I like the play. I like Ward. They finally unleashed the Ward Lord. He played okay. Like I said.
What about that jury?
Oh,
he lost money.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, what a dodge.
No, did he? I think if he did, he went up
he got a 17 and a 12 in a row.
Yeah, I think he's still very cheap, guys, if you want it.
He's still very under 200.
Is that twice he's been subbed out in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we want him. 33% of the comp owns him, though.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Will Phillips, for all those CBAs, he only managed 2 kicks, 14 handballs, but 11 of those handballs were contested. Zeeble really died. I thought he was going to go.
He was doing really well, then he just died down. Aaron Hall needs to just get out of the team. Yeah. Hope Clarko comes back because he really doesn't like him.
Oh, really? Yeah, fair enough. George, is that much?
I don't think there's anything else we need to speak about
No,
this
I
game, Matty.
I want to talk about
Anyone else in this team that you're eyeing off bringing in?
just the North Melbourne rookies look pretty good.
The rookies?
The rookies, even the Sydney rookie.
Would you need to see another game from Ford before jumping early?
I probably would go Wardlow before.
I would, because Wardlow looks safer. He looks, he's the top driver pick. He's very, highly touted. Eddie Ford's just like some guy who's got 30 in a couple of years and he's just got one good game. So I'd want to wait on Ford. I'd go early on Wardlow if I wanted to, because Fleeton is... No, thank you. No, I already got an Agwin on the field, and not on the field.
On the field, George, you can't get
that's 20 points a game for a full game.
All right, George, next game. What a boring game this was. Western Bulldogs versus
This
Adelaide
was
Crows.
not boring. I think there was like 8 or so doggies that got over 100 or even 10 or something.
I don't have any doggies in my team.
That's what we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Because the doggies are just a SuperCoach goldmine, even if Bevo does do stupid things with them. So let me just read you out some CBAs so we can see who do we need to get Matt Steeps. Number 1 is Riley O'Brien. I think he's, even though he got a 99 and 63 hitouts against English, he's just not really good.
No.
If you get 63 hitouts, you can't even ton up.
How do you get 63 hitouts, George?
Like, English only had 29. He's not a good tap ruckman English. He's just like another midfielder that can't do a hit out. So
63 Dream Team points was just on hit outs alone. That's huge.
Yeah. So all the guys that are just waiting on Bont, he got 17 CBAs, which is the highest of the Dogs. So at least there's one big consistency with the Bulldogs, and that's Bont in the middle. English 16. Bailey Smith continuing midfield minutes with 15 CBAs. Libba with 15 CBAs and 15 for Laird and Dawson. Now these are the ones that are just the part-time midfielders. Caleb Daniel 9, Berry, who subbed on 9, Sloan 5, Pedler 5, McRae only 4. Bet your bottom dollar. I don't care what's happening this week. He's getting DPP and only 4 CBAs. He loves touching the footy, 26 touches, 2 goals, I believe. And Chase Jones was in there for 4 and no one else really worth mentioning. Rochelle got 1.
Champ kick-ins while we're on it. Just get it all out.
You want the kick-ins? I thought you'd never ask. Was there many behinds in this game? Yeah, there was.
So many.
7 to Bailey Dale. Is he back? We'll get into that soon. Bailey Smith, 5 kick-ins. Chase Jones, 4. 2 to Ed Richards, 2 to Parnell, 2 to Malira, 2 to Nick Murray, 1 to Dre, 1 to Sloan, 1 to Rory Laird. Good on you, Lairdy. 1 to Hinge. 7 to Dale. Let's talk about Dale, because he's 440k.
He's a pigeon.
It doesn't matter what he is. He's 440k and he's getting 140. How many possessions did he get?
Well, from 19, how many kick-ins did he get?
He got 7.
7 kick-ins. From, okay, so Bailey Dale got 36 touches, 9 marks.
Ooh.
6 were contested, so 30 uncontested touches. I don't see him getting the ball 30 times in a game, and he hasn't this whole year.
But he got 36 touches.
I don't like it.
He's 440. Do you only want to pay for over 600k for players that are getting your 70s?
No, I want to get in Darcy Camerons that are getting me 60s.
So I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. So, well, look, McRae, Jaws, you got a good point. McRae, 145 SuperCoach points. He's going to be a DPP for sure. I believe so too.
And this is the week to get him, I think, Matty. I'll try to get a break even for you guys.
Why don't you just tell me?
So his break even's 89. He's playing the Gold Coast, and his last 3 games against Gold Coast, 104, 124, 146. He averages his high score against the Gold Coast. He averages 133 over 12 games. His lowest scoring against Gold Coast has been a 93. His highest is 189, and he's 550k at this moment. Has the last buy that Matty hates so much.
Another last buy player in the forward line
or in the midfield, wherever you want him. He's an interesting one. McRae, that's the one I was thinking about. He is a very interesting pick. That's got him enough 145, Matt Steeps.
Champ, that's very good. Brody Smith is also too.
So he just played St Kilda, that's why he got a big game.
Not Brody Smith, sorry. Bailey Smith.
Oh, Bailey Smith.
Bailey Smith, he's in the forward line too, isn't he?
Yes, he's DPP. But I think I like McRae.
Well, you're reading out the CBAs, and Bailey Smith is clearly there.
Yeah.
And he's got another 121. So
but the difference about Bailey Smith, because we owned him last year. I know I did. I don't know if you did.
I don't remember.
He was like such a AFL fantasy player because he would get 30, 35 touches and he would just scrape in over the return.
Definitely.
And yeah, he's not someone that's really a contested kind of player.
Oh, he's mid forward and he's 5'3".
Yeah.
And he's doing really well.
He'll probably continue to score pretty good. But he is prone for a 60 and 70 when he gets...
Totally. Liberatore still on 126s. English 118. Bont 112, which is great. So this is the thing with doggies. There's about 6 to 8 players that just dominate, and the next best 12 are like the shit on your shoe in SuperCoach points. They just don't score.
They are the shit on your shoe.
They've got so many A graders.
So you need to get 12 of those A graders.
I know. That's what they have. They have like a shitload of A graders, and like the other 2/3 of the team are just SuperCoach duds that just get 20.
Out of those SuperCoach studs, I think Bailey Smith and McRae are the ones that everyone should, obviously, if you've got Bont. Libba is a sneaky top
PODs.
4, top 8 midfielder, Matty. He's already, his averages, he's a top 4 midfielder.
He's doing the things that he does, George.
Would he be on your radar at all?
No.
Compare a Libba to like a Sarong type. Who would you rather? Libba? Why is that?
Because they're winning games and I like him better.
I think didn't Freo win as well?
But they're not. But like, yes, they won. But I'm just saying, Bulldogs are very in form at the moment.
I like Sarong personally better than Libba, but he's pumping out some great scores, Libs.
You like Sarong better than Libba? Why? I think Sarong's just a scrawny little guy that just gets the footy. I think he's like a little version of Brayshaw. He's not very buff. I just like how he goes about his footy. He accumulates the footy.
Isn't Libba like over 30 or something? I just trust Sarong. He's young, upcoming. So... And I know that he's less likely to not get, the CBAs. Who knows what Bevo can do with
if
him.
you don't have Baker out, he's still getting a 61. Is it time to still get rid of him or still?
I think at this stage of the season, people need to start looking to get some money in. So Baker needs to get it out for any option.
Now, the big hero from Adelaide Crows, Rory Laird, who I was told he's got 139 break even, can wait next week. Thanks for that advice. George Dawson, finally.
Sometimes you've got to back yourself in, Matty, and make your own decisions in SuperCoach. Can't let everyone do your team.
Yep, sometimes. With pin it and chases, I don't make myself in. Geordie Dawson gets 2 under a tons in a row, which is what I know.
Fucking Dawson.
Love that, Dawson. Chase Jones getting a 79. I think it's time to go. He got 19 kicks. Good for him.
He did take a couple of kickouts, Matty, and he was in some CBAs. Are you sure it's time for you to get rid of him?
Well, he's break even 70, so he kind of... No, not yet. I think maybe a week.
Who's the Crows playing this week? I can't remember from the top of my head.
Who knows, Jules, but the top of your head, who can see on the top of your head? The Crows are playing a team that... I don't know. I think they're playing the last game. Yeah, Brisbane, the last game.
At Adelaide Oval, Matty. You know Chase Jones at Adelaide Oval.
Oh,
he loves a 70.
No, he loves a 70. Definitely loves a 70. But yeah, that's about it for the Adelaide Crows.
Laird, another good trading option because he's peaked. Is he over his injury concern? I think 34 touches, 10 tackles or thereabouts.
Says yes.
Says he's ready to go.
Get me in! Which is what I'm doing. Yes, that's definitely... Dawson losing money is what we want to see. Moving on to the next game, the Freo Doctors versus... Did you watch this game?
I did. I love this game.
What did you love about it the most?
I just love watching Brayshaw and Sarong do their thing.
And Brayshaw and Sarong both equally got 135 and 134. Sarong, Brayshaw, who else was the heroes of this team? Sure, Darcy Champ, you happy with that? I don't think you would be. 91.
No, I'm not happy with that.
91 from Darcy, not very good. You got another, that's 2 shit numbers in the week. Last week was pretty crap.
What did you get last week?
I think 90 something as well.
Ryan,
84. He was lucky to get that. 22 touch-a-redues.
Ryan's lost a bit of money with 2 80s in a row. Some CBAs, Matthews. 26 to Sarong. That's what you want to see if you're a Sarong owner. 25 to Blitzarves. 24 to Darcy. 23 to Atkins, who scored pretty poor. 23 to Segler. 22 to Brayshaw. 21 to O'Meara. 21 to Parfitt. 20 to Braun. 13 to the 5-star. 12 only to Holmes. Luke Jackson, 9. Michael Johnson subbed on with 7. 1 to Aish. And... kick-ins, Matt Zeeves. Luke Ryan still up there with 7. The 6 kickouts for Tom Stewart really saved his very poor performance.
That was so great.
2 to Hayden Young, 2 to Isaac Smith, 2 to Tui, 1 to Jordan Clark, and 1 to Brennan Cox. Those are the kickouts for the game.
Not one player from Geelong scored over 100.
That sounds like Geelong. Usually they have one player.
Yeah, last week Max Holmes and Stewart on 99. And yeah, Isaac Smith 95, Tui 95, and Tom Stewart 91. Toppled champ. Let's talk about Jeremy Cameron. How cheap's he going to be?
He's going to be pretty cheap before his buy. I don't know if there's any room in the forward line to be that creative. I mean, I got Welsh's, I got McRae's on my mind, I got Butters on my mind.
We'll get that out. All right. Sam Simpson, what do you think about that?
20 points isn't good.
20 points isn't good.
I think he's got to stop a lot of other people in the 2,500 from going even huger.
Oh, that's also true. Radigalia still getting those 70s. George, you happy with that?
Of course I am. 75 from Radical every day of the week, baby.
There's not really else I like in this game besides the big names that we've already mentioned.
Luke Ryan's coming down a bit. After his bye, would he be a target for you at all? Or you got your eyes on Sinclair, Sicily, Doherty, them types ahead?
Sure. Well, Luke Ryan is in that bracket. He's top 3. Like,
I mean, 22 touches and he had 20 kicks. So he's very SuperCoach friendly. I mean, if he gets to a reasonable price of 500k or something like that, even,
I think he will.
280s.
280s in a row. Yeah, he's going to be dropping.
Let's check him out. Let's do a quick analysis of a Lukey R because...
Lukey Ryan, all right. So he's 5'6" at the moment. And he's...
What's his break-even, Matt?
His break-even's huge. 150 against Melbourne.
He can get it.
He could definitely get it.
But if he doesn't continue to get another 80 and gets a big number, he won't be that low price that we want to get Lukey Ryan at. But right now, guys, I think it's Sinclair, Sicily, Doherty time.
For the back line, yep.
They're the guys you've got to be looking at. Dawson's still got going down to do. Stewart's got going down to do. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Sinclair's still got a...
160.
That's pretty good.
You got 160.
Speaking of some football, no one's good here. All right, George, Brisbane Lions versus the Gold Coast Suns. The Q clash was so boring, but I watched it. It's got some good moments.
I watched it as well. That's just cheer my new sharp I picked over Humphrey, and boy, oh boy, was that good.
Jay, I'm in the same boat there, but I had to cheer on that stupid Noah Anderson. God, he smells like poo. Like, he's so bad.
He's really stinking up the field, guys.
I did not see him at all in the third or fourth quarter. All right, Brisbane Lions smashed the Gold Coast Suns. Dunkley gets 150. McCluggage, all the midfielders just went berserk. Dunkley, McCluggage, Neal, Ashcroft all got over 125. Superstars.
Is it too late to get Humphrey?
No.
It's not too late?
I don't think
280?
It's not too late. He'll still make heaps of money.
But you didn't want him at 213?
Chat.
You got a -3, George.
No, I think it's too late to get him.
It is too late? Make up your mind.
I don't know, Champ. Are you going to get him?
It's not whether I'm going to get him. It's if you think it's too late to get him.
Do you think it's too late?
Do you think he's going to score another 90 to 100 next week?
Yeah.
Because if he does, then it's not. You can get him.
Well, then get him.
But I don't know if he's going to score 90 to 100.
He will.
He will he?
He done very well.
He looked really good though.
He got 26 touches and a goal. How can he not? Champ, bring me some CBAs because I know he was in there.
I will. Neil got 23, which is what you want to see from a Neil. Oh, here's another one that should be on your radar. Rao 23, 22 to McInerney, 21 to Witts, 21 to Swallow getting Took's CBAs, 21 to Anderson, not doing much with it, 20 to Dunkley, 12 to Ashcroft, 8 to Humphrey, 7 to Bailey, 7 to Zorks, 6 to McLuggage, 5 to Casbolt, and there's a bunch of other duds no one cares about. Kick outs, this is what you really want to hear for if you're an Atkins owner.
Oh, yeah.
6 to Atkins, taking all the powers, almost all of them. 3 to Coleman, 3 to McKenna, 3 to Powell, 1 to Wilmot, and 1 to... and a bunch of nobodies. We don't care about the other ones.
Shane, look at these rookies. The rookies are just the main, like, just guns and rookies were the keys this week, clearly. So Atkins goes berserk, gets his first 102 he's ever done. Noah Anderson, crap, like I said, I don't want to speak about him anymore.
Are you going to trade him? Are you thinking? Don't tell me your trades.
I can't trade him yet.
His break-even is 200.
I know, Shields, I know.
He's got 180 before. He can get close.
You can do it again. But anyway, as I was saying, Dunkley, McLuggage, Neal, Ashcroft, all the boys just gone berserk with 124s. Champ, is it time to get Neal? I think he's got another one for the midfield.
He is, but he's got his bye next week.
I like next week's bye. I like Darcy Wilmot. Wow, 83. Champ, did you still got him?
I traded him out before we started going on a rampage.
Yeah, me too. Me too, Champ. And that Sharp gets subbed out. He was looking good.
He looked good.
He looked okay. Kenny McConnor should have got subbed out. Did you get rid of him, Champ? Did you keep Conor McKenna?
Yeah. It's Kenna McConnor.
Kenna McConnor?
Yeah.
Conor McKenna?
Yeah. I kept that dad not on the field, on the bench, of course, and he is showing me why. He's better with Rich in the team. He only got 3 kickouts.
I had the choice to trade him out or Setterfield. I thought, nah, I'm not going to lose that extra 20k. I'm going to
16k.
16k, whatever it was. Well, it's 16, I like the dollar in my pocket, champ. So Kenny McConnor was gone, and we just Setterfield stayed on the bench. George, you want to talk about this game because this...
Ashcroft, how good was he? 30 touches and a goal. A lot of people don't. Some people traded him out. Are you going to keep him after his bye?
So he's got the 124.
Yeah.
You're going to have to because he's not going to lose that.
But I think when it comes to it, people are going to see a couple of.
But this is the thing, guys. It's only 4 teams in that first bye. It's not that bad.
Well, Matty, maybe people don't have everyone in the last bye like you.
It's not that.
People have Jack Steels. People have, Luke Ryans. People have Sinclairs. People have, Jack Steels. Did I say him?
Yeah, you said
Brayshaw. Sarongs.
Marshalls, Dunkley's. Yeah.
Marshall and Darcy's.
All right, so in the forward line, let's talk about it. In the forward line, there's probably just going to be Dunkley and Goulden. Like, there's no other Brisbane players that you should be having really, or St Kilda players in the forward line. No. So in the midfield is probably where you...
The rucks, Marshalls and Darcy's?
Marshalls and Darcy's. Is that your predicament? Yeah, okay. Well, look, fair enough, but the odds on having everyone... Well, I've planned...
Oh, people have, bits and pieces. In the back line, you've got Sinclair, you've got Luke Ryan.
Luke
got Jake Lloyd.
Oh, it's the only guy I have.
You got your Rampies.
You got your Rampies, they're still not in there. Think about it, boys, it's not that bad.
And Lockie Neals, if they already have.
Lockie Neals, Steels,
Brayshaw, Sarong.
So I think, yes, to answer your question, Champ, I think
Can you wait a week?
For what? To get rid of Ashcroft?
No, I mean, if
that
you
was
wait...
your first question.
Wait a week to get Lockie Neal.
You could.
Because a lot of people, he's got a low break even now. If he gets 140, he's going to be going up over 20k. Worth waiting? To get Lockie Neal?
I think now for your own buy structure, it's case by case and they're all individually, so if the questions are, this is, I think it's safe to have, so I don't know about your team, George, but like 1, 2, 3, 4 premiums and an Ashcroft on the first buy. I think that's safe. But missing to get cover.
But it's also the rookies as well. I mean, you got a Sharp that's not going anywhere as well. And Matty Roberts.
I still got Samson Ryan and Seamus Mitchell to come on the field, and you're going to be fielding 18 players. Yeah. How many players do you have?
I got probably less than... I got Darcy.
You got the same. You got 4 premiums and an Ashcroft.
4 premiums and an Ashcroft.
Yeah, so you can afford to get someone from the first buy in the back line.
But why? But wouldn't I just wait that week?
You can wait that week, but you want to, like, you're in a good position. Okay, I'm not going to be a dunker anymore. Like you, sorry, dickhead. You're in a good position. You've had a good score. So to be a smart super coach, if you are in the top 5,000 odd.
I should just get Anderson.
No, that's stupid.
After he drops.
That's stupid. He's no good.
No, there is so many good trade options this week.
There's so many good trade. I'm just saying, case by case for your own personal.
I got Connor McKenna that I need to get rid of. That's
You'll
got that buy.
And that's okay. You'll get rid of him. However,
Kenna McConnor.
So yeah, I think going 4 premiums and an Ashcroft, I'm pretty sure you can cover 18 good players in that team.
What if I want more? Because then I see Agwin's getting 20s and, radically he slips out of 40.
Yeah.
So I think it's all week, game by game. Because if you see a couple of low scorers, you might want to, okay, maybe I do want to sideways that Ashcroft or something like that.
Sideways that.
Speaking of sideways, that day.
Jeez. Oh, wow.
If you ain't doing well in 116 destroying...
Champ, I don't want to talk about that game. We're moving on to the dream time at the G.
Sure thing. Let's dream it, because let's just talk about the only thing we really need to talk about in this game is Zach Merritt. Superstar. Now, Zach Merritt, for those of you who don't know, has West Coast and North Melbourne the next 2 games.
I said Xavier O'Neill's doing a pretty good job on tagging people.
Now, let's have this discussion, because we had this on the phone.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Real days, that's not as good as other midfielders.
So, in my opinion, I've seen West Coast tag Noah Anderson, and he's tagged all day.
Okay, so when Noah Anderson was tagged, he had like 28 touches.
Not good enough, 27, but it's still not good enough.
I mean, that's him
tagged,
right?
I don't know, I'm just saying, like, Zach Merritt's not in my team, but be wary of the O'Neill.
Well, I'm saying
it might be this could be the extent of his exactly. Like, he's still there, but like this guy might not pass you, but you can just brush off that tag because he's that weak.
Merritt is an absolute endurance running beast.
How did he get 27 kicks?
Wow. But you know why? Because no one pays him any attention. And how disgusting, how much of a bad person you have to be, Jordan Ridley, to come back from an injury and score your highest number.
31 touches and 14 marks.
And you know what? We're going to read the kick-ins and CBAs now, and he hardly had a kick-out. So he literally just played his best game. I hate you, Ridley.
I think we just need to concuss him every game.
I'm going to concuss him right now. That's not a threat, Ridley. I will not concuss you, but I do not like you as a person. Oh, God.
Well, yeah, Merritt really clearly toppled over the scores for the Bummers. Alwyn Davey doing what he does best, which is nothing.
Well, he didn't get subbed out, so that's not what Alvin David does best.
He gets a goal and 6 touches. What did he get? And he go, a goal and 8 touches.
There you go.
Try to break the ton. Not the ton, the 10. Hobbs playing.
Chairman, no one cares about Hobbs.
The midfield.
And no one cares about Cordwell either. That's letting you know.
Okay. Redmond got 101, did okay.
No one cares about Redmond.
Well, Redmond was a footer. Okay, I won't bring it up. All right, and the Tigers, let's try Bolton just doing
really good without Hopper in the midfield. Let's get some CBAs to see whereabouts everyone's being played.
Let's
because
see them.
Stringer, surprising, was the highest for the game with 21, and I'm pretty sure he played pretty bad, Matty.
He played so bad.
And he got the most CBAs. He's just not a midfielder. Zach Merritt, next highest with 20. Taranto, 20. Cordwell, 19. Draper, 19. Nankervis, 18. Shai Bolton, 18. Which is really getting all those Hopper CBAs. Jaden Short, 16. Prestia, 10. Hobbs, 9. And Samson Ryan, 6. Dusty, only 2.
There you go. Champ was Samson Ryan. Did you say him?
Yeah, I did.
How many? 2 or?
I said it was 6.
6. Okay. Well, Samson Ryan this is a talking point there. 58. I think it's time to go for him. His break-even is like 70 something. They just want to keep him through the buys. I'm greedy. I want his money before he loses anymore. Not that he lost anymore, but I think it's time to cash in on big Samo Ryan.
He could be good DPP coverage for
when you got an
the buys.
When you got an idiot like me getting DCAM.
Okay, but not everyone's got a DCAM P in it. Now, I think you're probably the only one who has DCAM and P in it.
Watch out. Well, it's one point of differences, and they're not paying off.
Yep. Matty. So the other guys that have Samson Ryan, he's got the last buy, right? So I think good DPP coverage in the ruck, you could hold Samson Ryan for that time being. I mean, maybe if he scores a 40 or 50 again next week, consider it. But I think you got to hold Samson Ryan for that coverage during the buy rounds.
No, he's gone for me because I got that coverage.
Yeah, okay. Not everyone has Darcy Cameron yet. I'll get him for 400k.
400k once he goes down another 90,000.
You're so funny.
This year, I'm just trying to be different and come out and thinking I'm a genius, but clearly I'm not a genius this year. But there are a lot more times than years that I was a genius. Anyway, we'll keep moving forward. George, do you like any?
Is it now or never for Merritt?
Yes, of course it is.
Is it never if you don't get him this week? Because I think what do you think Merritt's going to average over the next 2 games?
Based on that tag from Xavier O'Neill from West Coast, I don't know.
Does tell me.
I think he could probably get 130
over the next 2 weeks. So do you think Butters is a better pick than Merritt this week?
Yes.
With 40k.
Yes.
Really?
I think Butters will outscore Merritt the next 2 weeks.
And worth an extra 40k?
Probably not. But if we're talking about SuperCoach.
What about the buy?
Oh, Zach Merritt. Jordy just knows what to say to go here and there.
I like Merritt. Oh, it's a hard one. I like Merritt. That's because of that price. I mean, we've all paid over 600,000 for players that we don't want.
We know what he can do. Merritt's very consistent. And at the back end of every year, he always goes 115 average plus.
But that's with a different coach. This coach has played him on a wing where he was almost in DPP contention before the other midfielders got knocked. That's how much he was being thrown around, which I hated. Anyway.
I'm enough at this game, but yes, Merritt is a great pick.
But I haven't told you the kick-ins, Matty.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, who got them kick-ins?
Ridley, no, you didn't get any. All right, tell me the kick-ins.
5 to Daniel Rioli, 3 to Redmond, 3 to Hind, 3 to Volusten, 2 to McGrath, 2 to Broad, 1 to Ridley, and 1 to Ralph Smith.
Thank you, George.
1 to Ridley.
1 to Ridley.
In case you're considering him.
He's playing half-back, not back.
Well, I don't know what he was doing, but you'd want that on your team.
All right, champ. Like you mentioned at the start, how does someone win by 100 and whatever points?
116.
116 points against the second last. This is just ridiculous. George, do we care about this game?
I very much do, because there's a lot of good players in here, and a lot of people actually had Weddle on the field. Go on, you Joshy.
You're eyeing that Sicily. Are you nice?
Yeah, there's a lot of good things. And
George
25 CBAs to Kelly, 24 to Dom Sheed, Bailey Williams 21, Warple 19, highest for the Hawks, 18 for Will Day, second highest, Newcomb with 18, Connor Nash with 18, and Lloyd Meek with 17. That looks like their main midfield. Xavier O'Neill only had 16, and Reeves had 12, Ginby had 10, Jamison had 8, Connor McDonald had 7, and Duggan had 7 and was subbed out, or not subbed out, he was out. 4 to McKenzie only, 3 to Carl Amon, 3 to Petrocelli, and only 2 to Chesser. God, he's bad. I hope everyone didn't hold on to him. Did you hold on to him?
Yeah.
He's not even good as a loop now. What's he good for?
I hope he gets dropped.
I mean, the buys are coming up.
Chad, do you keep on bagging someone that gets in gaff?
Yeah, some guy asked me if Gaff was a good trade-in, and I said no, and then he went a bit crazy.
Gaff got a 25.
Yeah.
So
I don't need to know Gaff's score to know he's not a good pick.
Yeah. Okay. So Gaff got a 25. Gibney got running cold, got a 35. No one really scored very well besides Dom Sheed and Witherden. Kelly did not even okay. It's pretty sad.
No one's getting anyone from West Coast. Let's be real.
Moving forward. All right, Sicily's clearly right, getting the pigeons. He's in the pickings. 30 touches, 11 marks, doing the things that he does. Josh Whittle, wow, didn't he just go berserk and kick 2 goals?
That was so good watching Josh just play. It did just look great.
18 touches, 7. He did look good. He was intercepting and rebounding goals. Like he was intercepting marks and rebounding them.
Yeah, when we got a 50 metres to get one right in front, I'm like, yeah, every day. It's kick-ins though.
Champ Warple's doing pretty good. 27 touches.
And a goal. And he only got 91. That's just typical Warple behaviour.
And he's typical. Got the most contested positions on that team. 8 clearances, doing the things. Still making your money. Ken McKenzie, I think everyone's got rid of him. Champ Sabre Special. Good for him. 19 touches.
Yep. I think he's a good rookie to play on the field. People forget that he got subbed off that one game. That's why his average is a bit lower. But I think he's a pretty good over 70 kind of rookie on the field.
I like it.
Personally speaking.
Speaking of over 70 rookies, Will Day gets 74. What a dud he was ever since.
24 touches and 4 tackles. Plus he was tagged.
Oh, champion. O'Neill tag just really clunches him down. No one really else. Here, Joel.
The kick-ins, 6 to Witherden, 3 to Liam Duggan, 2 only to Sicily, 1 to Waterman. Now, something to note here, guys, that the Eagles only kicked 2 behinds and Sicily took all of them. So, which is 2.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that, maybe if you are considering Sicily, Hardwick didn't get any of the kickouts, it was Sicily. So maybe if there was a game where there was even more, he could have got even more cheap touches. So, one to keep an eye out on. People thinking about trading Will Day, maybe, what do you say to them?
Do it.
Do it, or wait to the buy. But he will lose some money.
He's not a keeper, that's for sure.
He's not a keeper?
No.
I think I'll keep him.
I will not keep him.
That's, a bit of looping.
He's a luxury trade out of your team once you get
He is a luxury trade, but you've got to keep him until your team's full, you'd think.
Right. That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said to you this morning. We've got to keep him until...
At least the buy.
Until we get the Sicilies and the Sinclairs and everyone else in the midfield, and, that's when it's time to boot out Day for a luxury trade.
No potential trading options in that game other than Sicily, I would have thought, Matty.
That's correct.
Now, how high do you rating Sicily? Obviously, he's breaking. I think it was around 49 or something like that.
We know that he's going to be a top 5, 6 defender. So he's definitely one that's going to be consistent.
Handy buy for you as well. Any buy except the last buy.
It's in the second one. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. He's very good. George, come to the best game of the round.
Do you say that every week that Collingwood wins the best game of the round?
Yes. Have you not picked that up for the last 9 out of 10 weeks? Collingwood Magpies defeats Endo's Carlton Blues.
Who's Carlton Blues?
Matty Anderson.
Oh.
Yeah, Matty Anderson loves the Blues. Doherty Jaws, hero for you, wasn't he? 135, done very well, good pick up.
It's always a good pick. I don't know why everyone didn't get on him in 500k.
Yeah, it was pretty cheap. Walsh, a lot of people traded him in. He was on my radar to get traded in, but I said, no, I'm going to go for Darcy Cameron.
Smart.
Yeah. So I saved 100 and something K. Walsh got 29 touches at 92. Supercoach Cripps has not hit a ton for over a month, George.
I love it.
You love it?
I'm just Cripper. I'm looking for you, mate. My last mid.
The pressure on Voss and the captain, like Carlton, they just need to pick up, and Cripps needs to lift.
Why is Cripps scoring so bad? Can you tell me why? I know you've watched all,
I think it's just the losing culture in Carlton.
Well, you can't be, because there's other Carlton players that are scoring good.
Like who? Doherty? Because in the back line.
He was in the midfield as well.
Champ, show me the CBAs to make sure that he's in the midfield.
Cripps got 19 highest of the game with Pianet as well. Dugowie and Pendlebury got the highest for the Pies, 19 as well. Chera 17, Darcy Cameron 16. So he's like he came on for every centre bounce, done tapped and left.
I love it.
14 to Walsh, which is pretty high. Could even also get him out of contention for DPP, but I still think so. Titch 14. Yeah. Matt Kennedy 11 before he went to the back line. Taylor Adams 9. Doherty got 8. Cox got 8. And there's a bunch of nobodies as well. But Nicky Dacos only got 4. I don't think he'll be getting DPP. And Hewitt got 2 when he came on.
George, what I want to talk about is George Hewitt. Like, why are they dropping Matt Kennedy?
They got too many midfielders. They got Walsh, they got Doherty, they want to put in there. They got Kennedys and Crippses and all these types. They don't want to. They can't.
George Hewitt came on. He got 11 touches.
Where can you play Hewitt if not the midfield?
He's only the midfield.
Exactly. That's why they got him as a sub because they like the rotation they got.
Yeah, well, George Hewitt, I think.
Can Chinchota come back into this team?
No.
But they got smashed.
Well, they got smashed. Oh, look, they got. I don't know, mate. Like I said, Voss.
So this losing culture that you said, why Cripps had this losing culture last year, and he still scored the best and won the Brownlow medal. Why is he scoring bad? Is he just
not getting? We didn't have the losing culture last year until the last 20 seconds of that game when Collingwood took him out of the game.
Obviously, they can still finish 9th this year.
They could.
I think he's scoring poorly because of his contested touches. I mean, he's only getting 7. He's usually up there at the 20s and the high.
Well, what are they doing wrong this year that they didn't do last year? But at the first half of the year, you can't rule unstoppable.
Probably Peanut in a row.
Probably Peanut.
Not really. I think Peanut makes them a better side. Look, I think that's not getting first to the ball. Like Cripps, only seven contested possessions. That's nothing. Isaac Quainer has 7 contested possessions.
I just feel that they are the biggest, strongest midfield group going around, to be honest. Like, I don't know, if you can name me maybe 2 or 3, at least top 3 as far as talented midfielders in Carlton, I don't know what's gone wrong with them. And
I don't know, they've got a great forward line, they've got a great back line, they've got a great mid. Great mid.
Well, if they got the last year's Brownlow medal in Cripps, they've got Sam Walsh, who's the biggest, hype, and obviously it shows in game after game. With those 3 other big-bodied midfielders with, Hewitt, Kennedy and Chera, they're all of those 3 are contested beasts.
And they've got Akers on the wing, he's a pretty good wingman, so...
and you've got the run of Sard with the 2 best, 2 common medals as well. Like, the list, and I think that's why the pressure is on Voss, because this team, on paper...
It should be, it's a great team, but then you've got Owies, and I know he kicked 2 of their goals, and Cotterells, and...
Let's be honest, with the teams that I just read out, you can have Owies and Geordie and...
You can, but there's some of them get caught out. Like, their bottom 6 or their bottom 8 players really stink up the field.
McGovern, well, not really.
Not their bottom 8 SuperCoach scoring players. Like,
Motlops,
like Jordan Boyd's. Like,
well, that's his first game. Give him a break.
He's not his first game. He's played before.
First game this year?
Jam, he's not his first game. He's that's not good.
It was his first game this year. So he
played 7 last year.
7 games last year, so maybe first full game.
All right, well, okay, I'm sure when Jordan Boyd gets better, they'll become a better side.
Oh, easily. Jacob Reading. Anyway, George, let's talk about the more important. Who gives a shit about Carlton? They lost. Collingwood won. And Darcy Cameron came. He actually looked really good. When he came on the field, that's when Collingwood just blew them away. Like, just makes us a better team. Can't wait to see what he can produce. Maybe not this week when he only got 16 hit-outs. But Jules, Darcy Moore under the radar. Sneaky pie.
You see what happened? They took away 1 intercept mark from him. Champion data went over, and apparently 1 was just after the siren in the first quarter. So they didn't get the world record of intercept marks. He got 10, which is the draw of 7 people. 11 would have been the record. And Champion data's like, you know what? We probably hate Collingwood. Let's go over every one of his intercept marks. And 1 was after the siren in the first quarter, so they took it away. So he doesn't have the record. He just draw with the rest.
It doesn't matter. That's all right.
151 SuperCoach though. He's got over 100 the last 4 or 5 weeks in SuperCoach.
That's what I'm telling you. He's flying under the radar. Literally. He's 5 weeks over 100, 101, 111, 112, 110, and then 151 to really hurt the Blues.
He can do whatever he wants, but he ain't getting past my Sinclairs and Sicilies and Doherty's.
No, definitely not. Pendles is doing what he still does best, just getting the football.
SuperCoach relevant players, please.
Okay, so Nick Dacos, 100, he did okay.
Is he someone you can captain, vice captain now? Was he tagged?
No.
Why has he got a television next to him? Is that someone that hates Collingwood?
He punched someone in the chest. Jagoa got a 92. Not really. Yeah, he is, but he isn't. Mitchell got a 91. That's it. There's no really good SuperCoach.
Tom Mitchell
got a 91. Well, 26 touches.
Happy with that?
No. I'm not happy with that. I want him to get 150s.
Darcy Cameron.
Yes.
Now, he could be a very good pickup if he starts. Obviously, he looks good. Like, do you think an extra 10 or 15% game time equivalates to an extra 40 SuperCoach?
Jeff, we all saw what he can do, and we all know what he means.
If he got a full game this game, I still think he would have got like a 90.
I still think
or an 80.
Maybe, whatever. I still think he'll be the number 1 ruckman at Collingwood, and I think the signs that he showed in yesterday's game Sunday's game, wherever it's going to be. Like, in the game, just shows that, Collingwood dominated 4-5. Like, apparently our last 6 kicks, 4 of those kicks were goals when Darcy Cameron was in the centre. Like, Carlton didn't touch the football.
You just love a good Collingwood stat when it's a Collingwood game, but if it's an Eagles-Hawthorn game, you just fucking hard to get you awake. Now,
who are the Eagles?
Dom Sheet's killing it.
He's killing it. All right, but we're over the Eagles game. But anyway,
Doherty,
Superstar.
trade-in option for you.
Of course he is.
Do you think
Carlton?
Do you think he's a good trade-in option?
Of course he is. He's a great player.
Do you like him more than Sicily and Sinclair?
No.
You don't like him more than Sicily?
I like Sinclair.
Because of the buy?
But at the end of the day, like, Doherty was my number 2 overall in average. You know, Sinclair, I think he's showing some poise, especially after that big beating. I like Sicily the least. So in order, I'll probably...
But you know what? Remember how I said St Kilda always gives up so many points to defenders? Sicily's paying St Kilda this week.
Well, Sicily needs to get probably snared big before he's going to be out of price, and then you've got to wait another 2 or 3 weeks. But out of my top... Look, let's talk about those 3 boys. Who are you in order? Besides...
Well, I've got Doherty, so it's hard to kind of...
Besides the price, besides the buys,
besides the price. They're pretty much all the same price. Doherty's a bit cheaper.
Just the player.
But to see... The thing is, I go by break-evens.
I'm asking you as a player.
As a player. As in, like, what do I think he's going to SuperCoach average more? I think Sicily will go 1. Doherty, Sinclair 2. It's really hard to separate these guys.
All good, and that's what I mean. So
that's why I've gone by break even.
Yeah, okay. And pricing. Okay, so me personally, I think I like Sinclair, Doherty, Sicily, but not by much. And it's not, and they're going to be probably averaging close to the same for the rest of the season. I would agree. I would think. You?
So that's 160 to Sinclair. That's really goes, geez, this guy's got a week. But then you saw him get a 60 last week and cost me my multi, and then it's just like...
That really stings.
I know, and it was his milestone game. So it's a really hard one. I think if you don't have any of them, you need to at least grab one of them. Time's going to be ticking for Sicily this week. Time will be ticking for Sinclair as well. His break-even's around the 80 mark. Doherty, I'm not too sure because I already have him. So I think the time to get one of these guys, and they're really good price. You're not paying 600k for them like you would with your normal defenders. Doherty's break-even's 79. And he's got Sydney in the first game. I like it.
I like it. 538 for Doherty, not bad. He's come off, what's he scored the last couple of
111, 94, and 135. He hasn't got lower than 26 touches for a long time.
He knows what he's doing. He's played some hard teams. He's played Brisbane Lions, Bulldogs, and Collingwood all in the top 8.
The good thing with Doherty is he's never going to get a tag when you got Walsh and Cripps in that midfield mix. So I think we spoke about this game more than any other game, Matty.
It's the best game of the round,
Just because you're just a Collingwood supporter. Because you like talking about the pies.
I don't.
Don't tell you about some kick-ins because I will now.
Okay, cool. Let's talk more pies.
7 kick-ins to Darcy Moore, really getting up that floor. Dacos 4, Sard 3, McGovern 2, Doherty sneaking in with 1 to Newman, 1 to Noble, Josh Dacos, Maynard, and Quaynor. Matt Zeebs. Last game.
St Kilda versus the Giants. Talking about the St Kilda boys.
Wow, there is a lot of big scores this game.
And all the main popular picks. George, do you like Tom Green? Like
to get in?
His lowest score of this whole year is 97. Did you know that?
Yeah, I
pretty good.
I had him.
You don't have him anymore.
I'm not going to trade in Tom Green. Absolutely not. His price is horrible.
What is it?
He's like 570, 580.
Wow.
So I'm not going to get him when there's Jack Steels, who I also had in my team.
25 touches, 11 tackles. That's what happened. 11 tackles. That's
11 tackles.
That's where he went up. Yeah. Sinclair did what he had to do. 26 kicks, 2 goals. Wow, go Jack. Royal Marshall.
Wow.
30 touches. Didn't really embarrass Briggs because Briggs did play a good game. So it was very competitive. 30 to 22 hitouts in favour of Marshall. Mason Wood, 94, okay. Wilkie.
Okay.
Wilkie, 109, getting back up there again.
Oh, there you go.
Phillipou, get a 63. She should be out of your team long gone. Liam Strocker, we can see him getting those 75s again. What else was there? Nothing really much besides those big Sinclairs and Steels and Marshalls.
Sinclairs, Steels. People that don't have Cornelia, 108. Look, at this point, I don't know. I think Cornelio's so below, Walsh and You think he's below Walsh?
I think he's below Walsh. I think he's below McRae. I think he's below Butters.
Absolutely. So, and I think even at a certain time, he's going to be below Darcy Cameron in a couple of weeks as well. So if you don't have Community, I wouldn't be getting him. Josh Kelly, he's still struggling to go really, really huge like he used to. What do you think about Josh?
I think he was lucky to get this.
I think he was too, but he did come into the game late when it was up for grabs.
And that's the good thing about the Premos in the team, that you can always climb back up into contention, because Jack Steele was doing dog shit. And then all of a sudden he just went berserk in the last half.
I mean, he wasn't a dog shit. He was like a 40 at half time.
But he had no touches. He had 5 touches.
I know, he wasn't touching the ball, but he gets most of his points through tackles these days, apparently.
That's what happens. Jules, back to...
Can I ask you a question before you get to that? Who do you like better as a SuperCoach pick? Steele or Sinclair?
Steele. I love tackles.
I mean...
Yeah, Steele. I think Steele. Look, the reason why probably Sinclair is more favoured is because he's clearly one of the best out of his...
In his line.
Where Steele, you could
That's why I'm asking.
You can have the same player, times 3 for, Jack Steele's with a different name. But there's not many Jack Sinclairs in the back line.
He did get 135 Steele, and the time's ticking to get him as well.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. But
and so the time's also ticking to get Sinclair with 160.
But like when you got Merritts and you got Cheras and you got Libbers and you got these type of players, like they're all the same, and you could arguably say they're all better than Steele. Where you've only got maybe Sicily's and Stewart's and Doherty's to say... Dawson's to say
Jake Lloyd's.
No. Is top 8. If you say a few more, then Jake Lloyd. To say Sinclair's. So, yeah, that's my view on that. So I think Sinclair's a bit more important than Jake.
That's because of his line?
Yeah. You agree?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the scarcity in defence. You can make a great top 6 defence without him, but...
without Sinclair?
Yeah, you can.
Jake Lloyd's got to be in there.
I'll tell you a great top 6 defence without him, okay? Because let's get up my team.
No forward players.
No, 4 players, because that's where you can put them.
But that's not how it works.
But that is because you can put forward line players in the midfield.
In their own line. Okay, fair enough. Right.
So Dawson, Zeeble, Stewart, Nick Dacos, Doherty, and Sicily. That's a pretty good defence without a Sinclair. Can you agree? Luke Ryan instead of a Zeeble. That's still a good defence without... You don't need a Sinclair to have a good team, but I can see why he's more favourable because there's not as many options as there are in the midfield.
That's right.
But the reason why I'm saying Steele is because he's a pretty good price now, usually 600k, usually a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know. I think they're both pretty good picks.
I don't disagree. Moving back forward, Champ, anything that we hated in this game, Nick Haynes and Himmelberg both injured. Going to keep that Fleeton spot. He's on the bubble this week.
I hope that Agwin keeps his spot.
A lot of people are going to be asking about Fleeton. I personally hate him. We'll talk about that on Thursday.
Are we doing a live or are we doing a...
Champ, what do you want to do?
I don't know. Let's throw it at you guys.
I think they want a live.
We'll ask.
I think they want a live. Agwin got a 21. 8 touches. Champ, what are you going to do? Champ,
Agwin.
Get rid of these CBAs.
I'm ready. 26 to Cornelio, the highest for the game. 25 to Tom Green. That's what you want if you have these Premos in your side. Marshall, 25. Briggs, 23 in the ruck. 21 to Krause. Steele, 21. Not as high as I'd like. I would want him in the 25, 26 range. Ross, 17. Not doing much. 14 to Josh Kelly.
That's under.
It's a big under. Perryman, 13. He's been like that for a couple of weeks though. Gresham, 11. Getting a bit more mid-time. Clark, 9. Ward, 8. Riccardi, 6. Sinclair, only 6. This is Sinclair's lowest CBA since round 6 this year. And he gets his best score. So I think he's...
Leave him in the defence.
I think so, Matty. And that's kind of all that's relevant. In kick-ins, Whitfield is dominating without coming because he's taking all the kick-outs.
Jeff, do you know how much hundreds that Whitfield's got in a row?
About 4 or 5.
He's ready.
So 8 kick-outs to Whitfield, 3 to Ash, 3 to Sinclair, 3 to Wangameen Malira. If Wangameen Malira goes down injured, Sinclair's going to have all the kick-outs. Battle with 2 and Perryman with 1. Himmelberg out with 1 and he was subbed off. Matt, Zeebs?
Champ, I really do like something really funny.
Is it Whitfield?
No, I need to tell you, speaking of unders, did you see what I texted you?
Oh, you put all the unders?
I just put all of the Premos on the GWS because I just thought St Kilda were going to beat them and it all went through. There's about 5 unders of all the positions.
I saw them and I'm just like, you're really lucky you didn't pick Whitfield under.
I know, I knew. Because of what Jordy just said, that's why
you love my kick-ins and CBAs.
See, you think I don't, but I use them to my advantage and it gets the money. It was a good...
I won no multis.
This week? Oh. I won 2 this week.
It's
5-leg on the last day too, just to really spice up the Sunday right after Collingwood's win. Jaws, here we go. Anything you like here from GWS?
I don't like Fluden.
No trade
I don't
targets?
like Angwin. There's no one I'd trade in from GWS if I had none of them. Mm-hmm. None. I don't like anything
What about
there.
Briggs? Is he making money?
Briggs has still got another 2 weeks before he starts
1 week.
to... Well, he's got this week, then it's the next week. And then he's got the last bye as well.
Yeah, we hate him.
Does he have the last bye? I'm pretty sure he does. So, yeah.
So
he's not going to even cover you for the buys, which is why you'd want to get him.
He will cover you for the buys.
I mean, not until the last bye. But
He'll
you still
cover
got
you for around the first 3 buys. He'll cover you.
No one's getting Briggs.
Okay.
Are we getting Briggs?
Yeah, look, I'm just saying. Like, he got 101. Like, is this going to be one of those Humphrey things?
Briggs is no Humphreys.
Briggs is no Humphreys. Yeah, he doesn't get -3s. Briggs is 2-5. 2-4.
Clear your throat real nice there.
2-5.
2-5. Get him off the screen. I don't want to see him. I've seen enough. I want to go home.
Okay, me too. All right. Anything else you want to talk about, G?
I can't wait to talk about trades Thursday's episode because there's so many good players.
Slow motion contested. That's not slow. Oh, I'm going to handle over to you, chat.
All right.
Slow motion contested.
All right. So
you still have to go fast because you didn't want me to win the competition. The contestant.
Who decides how slow it is? All right. So guys, Thursday. Our trades, the best trades. I hate when you do that. I want to ping you every day of the week.
I'm trying to get it.
All right. Trades, captains.
Trades and captains.
Trades and captains.
And vice captains.
And loopholes. You know how bad it is this week, the loophole with Matty Roberts and Chinchada playing the first game?
Jim, let's hope that Chesser gets dropped.
He will. Now, I don't think they have any good players. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys.
See you guys.
If you made it towards the end, thank you very much. If you're new here, please like and subscribe.
And if you already have, we love you anyway.
Bye.